Hello, everybody. This is podcast number 4. And it'll be probably a lot shorter than the last one. And today's topic is going to be about trust. So, let's see. Trust is ultimately just a function of faith. That's all. So even if you don't believe in a higher being, right? You don't really want to use the word faith. You still have faith, right? You still actually employ the verb in the world around you. So whether or not you believe that it comes from a white man with a beard in the sky, or the trees, or from yourself, right? From within, you have faith, and that's what I want to talk to you about. Just faith and trust in the universe, and trust in the world to deliver for you, right, and on your behalf. So let's see. So let's talk about faith for a minute. So for people who say, well, I don't really subscribe to that, I don't really get into all that stuff, you do have faith, right? You have faith in other drivers every day, right? You have faith that the oncoming traffic will not enter your lane, because really ain't nothing stopping them but a little paint on the ground. That's it. You have faith that they won't swerve into your lane, excuse me, and crash into your car. You have faith in restaurant workers. Ooh. You have faith in them not to tamper with your food. You have faith in them to actually have good hygiene, wash their hands before handling your food. I know it makes you want to cringe, but it's a true story. You have faith in your electronic devices not to fail. You have faith in the tires on your car to function, right, and not explode or implode. I guess that's not that funny, but I don't know. You have faith in your spray-on deodorant not to explode, right, et cetera, et cetera. It's pretty combustible. People don't think about that. But, yeah. So you have a lot of faith. You have faith in carbonated beverages that are left in your trunk in the summertime, right? So faith is everywhere. And I guess by now you can see just how much faith that you put into things on a daily basis without even thinking about it, right? Without even thinking about it. So the question is, why is it often so hard for us to have faith or trust in the more deliberate aspects of our existence, right? And more specifically, our dreams, our goals, our ambitions. Sometimes it seems harder to believe that those things will come to fruition than it is to have faith that, like I said, the person handling your food, knows what they're doing or is clean. I don't know. Faith is said to be the evidence of things unseen. And as I've mentioned before, the human eyes aren't actually that good, right? So faith is the evidence of things that you don't see. We see with our eyes, but what most people don't realize is that human eyes are actually really underdeveloped in the grand scheme of things, and relative to other creatures on this earth. Our eyes aren't that good, actually. We only see a fraction of what other animals and insects see. And that's us with the best of eyesight. With the best of eyesight, you still don't see really anything that exists in our world. And if you don't see it, right, you don't think that it's real. You don't believe it. So, for example, butterflies see colors that our minds cannot even comprehend, because they have more and better hardware in their brains and behind their eyes, or if you want to call them that. They have more cones, right? And so that allows them to see colors that literally, like, I can't even explain to you the type of colors. I can't say, oh, there are different variations of yellow or different variations of red or brighter. No, there are colors that our brains can't even fathom even how to explain them or put words in them because we can't see them. So we have no idea even how to explain them because of the words that we have are limited because it doesn't exist, right? It's crazy. It's like trying to explain the wind to a person who's never felt it. If they don't have those words, then you literally cannot explain it. They just have to feel it and know that that's the same thing. So butterflies can see UV rays, right? That's how they know which flowers to go to. They can probably see all kinds of things that exist in our world that we don't see. Auras and energy. They might be able to see the heat rising from our bodies. Like, it's crazy to think about all these things that we know exist in our world, yet we have no perception of on a day-to-day basis. So we'll get back to this. All plays into faith, right? And what we're able to see and what we think is happening and what we think exists versus what actually does exist. So even something as simple as the color of the sky. What color is the sky? Do you know? What color is it? Tell me. I want you to tell me. What color is the sky? Blue, right? Yay, blue. And you be wrong. The sky is not blue. It's not blue. It appears to be blue to human eyes based on our limited hardware and our limited perceptions of things. But scientists have discovered that the actual color of the sky is like a creamy white that they call cosmic latte. It's like a creamy whitish color. Wait a minute, right? That's crazy. The sky is blue. I swear it's blue. If you ask anybody I know, they say it's blue, right? But y'all still all have the same hardware. It's still coming from a human perspective, a very limited perspective, right? All of those people, all of us, all 7 billion of us on this planet have the same limited perspective of something. And we will all be wrong. You ask people around the world what color is the sky, they'll say the same thing, more or less, and they would all be wrong, right? The sky is not blue. So, wait a minute. Why am I talking or digressing about eyes and butterflies in the sky? Well, because they are what we humans too often default to as our truth mechanisms, right? I just made that up. Shakespeare to make it. But yeah, that's what we use as truth, right? I saw it, right? We use these 2 tiny face holes as the main source of what we perceive to be real in this world. These tiny little things. So we have things like, we say things like, oh, seeing is believing, right? And I saw it with my own eyes. These are things that hold weight in our society, right? The problem is that our eyes aren't that good and they lie, right? They lie. We know that. As I spoke about in the last podcast, I think perception is subjective also, right? So all of that ties into the same thing, right? The eyes lie. Ask any magician, right? The eyes lie. Things change before your eyes. Nothing is quite as it seems, which is why it is very unwise to use what you see to determine what can be, or more specifically, your future, right? Your future. Your eyes don't even properly see your reality, your current situation. So why on earth would you rely on them to give you an idea or a blueprint for your future, for something that doesn't even exist right now? You're going off of what you see. It's crazy. You can't possibly see everything that exists to your benefit. Think about oxygen. We know that it's there. It's been proven, but you can't see it. You can't touch it. You can't hold it. You just know that it's there, right? And you have faith that every time you go to inhale and take a breath, that more will be there. that it just still exists, that it doesn't cease existing because, your eyes just decided that it didn't perceive it, right? It's the same thing. It's the same thing with our goals, our dreams, our ambitions, all of that. It's the same thing. So if you're not using your eyes, then what do you use to map out your goals and your future, right? You say the eyes, that's all I got. I was born this way. I'm sorry, I'm a lowly human. This is how I live. Well, you would use, faith, baby, or trust in the universe, right? It all comes down to the same thing. It's the same thing. If you are so inclined to trust your dog not to pee in your bed at night, right? Or your friends to keep your secrets, or, I don't know, the 15-year-old McDonald's worker not to play Frisbee with your hamburger patty before serving it to you with a smile under the golden arches, then you can most definitely trust the universe, right? How can you not? Especially given the fact that the universe absolutely loves you and it exists purely to assist you in manifesting your dreams. That's the whole point of all this. That's the whole point of life. That's why we do this. Otherwise, what would be the point of manifesting into the human existence if we couldn't have what we wanted, and if we couldn't have fun and lead joyous and blissful lives, right? That is the point. That's why we have imaginations, so that we're able to do that, to do these things, to imagine things, and then to create them. That's why. So when your eyes start to lie and tell you that what you see is what you get, right? We've all been taught that as well. Remember that they are literally incapable of seeing everything. No matter how hard you try, you will never see the sky as white. You won't see UV rays on flowers. You won't. No matter how hard you try. Your eyes can't. So remember that it's incapable. They're doing the best that they can, but they don't have the full picture. They don't have all the answers. So remember that. Don't rely on them too heavily, because they're only doing what they are capable of doing. And it's not the big picture, right? They can't see the big picture. At the end of the day, life consists of infinite possibilities. Infinite possibilities. And faith is a function of hope. That's all it is. Trust the universe to deliver to you the objects of your deepest desires. Everything, the wildest, from the deepest recesses of your imagination, right? If you can imagine it, it exists already. Not it can exist, it does. It does, right? Imagination isn't even real. Energy, right? It's all energy. It had to have existed at some point in time or somewhere else. So trust the universe to just bring to you what you want, the things that you want, you desire, you feel that you deserve deep down in your heart. And then close your eyes and dream, right? And dream. That's it. But you gotta close your eyes. Gotta close your eyes. I suspect that that's why at night when we dream, our eyes are closed, right? Our eyes have to be closed in order to dream, right? That's why, because your eyes will mess stuff up. Don't let them mess stuff up for you, right? They don't know what they're doing. Close them, turn them off, and then let your imagination and the universe bring it all to you, baby. All right, that's it for today. I hope that you enjoyed this podcast. It's itty bitty tiny podcast. And don't forget faith, hope, trust. Look around you. Think of all the ways that you're already putting faith in things that you probably even shouldn't. But you do anyways, because that's how life works. And just exhale and relax and laugh to yourself and chuckle and think, if I can trust this, then I can surely trust the universe, which loves me, right? Unconditionally. All right, until next time, peace, love, laughter, and light. Bye.